Well, Dana White made a blockbuster announcement 2 nights ago as he announced the main event and co-main event for UFC 294. The main event being Islam Makhachev versus Charles Oliveira 2, and the co-main event being Paulo Costa versus Khamzat Chimaev. And to that, I have to say,
shut up and take my money.
So the first thing I want to get off my chest is that I'm super pumped for this fight, man. Charles has shown that he has improved significantly since his loss from Islam. As he's shown in his last fight with Beneil, he showed to have very good head movement and brought new combos. The most impressive thing about Oliveira's striking is how accurate he is. His shots are always right on the money. That's why he dropped Justin, Chandler, and Beneil like they were nothing. The thing that makes this rematch so interesting is that now Charles knows that Islam is a great striker. Islam for the longest time hid his striking from the world, and for majority of his fights he was relying on his wrestling, and I think that played a big factor in their first fight. And I believe that it caught Oliveira off guard. And you're probably asking, can Charles Oliveira win the rematch? Yeah, I do believe so. I think he can make better adjustments. However, I think the result will end the same way as it did in the first fight. I think Islam's wrestling is too much and his striking is too much. And look, I know Charles looked amazing against Beneil, but that's Beneil Dariush. He isn't Islam Makhachev. I would argue with anybody that Islam and Alex Volkanovski are just in a different level than anybody in the lightweight division. And I feel like Islam is just a bad stylistic matchup for Oliveira. And I also think when a fight doesn't go Charles Oliveira's way, he usually makes mistakes. And I think that happened in their first fight with Islam. And I do not feel so confident in Oliveira. And the fact that it's in Islam's home turf again, I don't know, man. In the meantime, I'm just gonna go with Islam, but maybe my opinion will change, who knows. Anywho, as for Khamzat versus Costa, I'm pretty pumped for this one, and I'm pretty sure this fight's gonna happen. I know a lot of people are doubting it because of Paulo Costa's history, but look, if you go back and pay attention to the times where it was announced that he was fighting Whitaker or that other guy, I forgot his name, he came out and said that he wasn't gonna fight either of those guys. And if you pay attention, he's been very clear that he wanted this fight. So I doubt he's going to pull out unless he has an injury. This fight is very interesting since Paulo Costa has really good wrestling defense. Great wrestlers have tried to take this big guy down. And even when they succeed to take this guy down, Paulo Costa has always been able just to explode back up, even in the worst positions. Not just that, he's bigger than Khamzat. So we're going to find out if Khamzat's got what it takes to beat Costa. And I think he's probably going to get it done by unanimous decision. Mind you, it's going to be a back and forth war. It's probably going to be very similar to Khamzat versus Burns. But one of the main reasons why I'm going with Khamzat is that even though Costa has those big muscles, for some reason it doesn't translate to his power. The last time Costa won by TKO or a knockout was when he beat Uriah Hall. It took a billion shots just to drop and finish this dude. Khamzat has shown to have power, hurting Gilbert Burns and the other guy. And I see the comments already. Khamzat barely beat a welterweight. Listen, Gilbert Burns is a tank, okay? He's one of the best active welterweights right now. And the dude might even hit harder than Costa. And are we supposed to forget that Paulo Costa barely beat Luke Rockhold? This was the same Luke Rockhold that was out of his prime. He has no chin. And Paulo Costa was still not able to get the job done. And not just that, this is the first time we're going to see Khamzat not as drained since he was fighting in 170. This is 185. Maybe Khamzat has better cardio in this weight class. And maybe he's stronger. Who knows? That's what makes this fight so interesting. And I also think Khamzat's chain wrestling in this weight class in general is going to be very super effective. We just don't know if it's going to be effective against Paulo Costa because he's like the perfect anti-wrestler. But what I mean from that is like welterweight wrestling might be more advanced than middleweight wrestling. But anyways, I'm not super confident on this pick, but I'm looking forward to these upcoming fights. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, I don't know what you guys are waiting for. And I'll see you guys on my next one.